Visual impairment is a condition that limits sight due to damage to the eye, optic nerves, or visual cortex. It is primarily categorized into two main forms. Blindness. This refers to having significant limitations on visual capabilities or no visual information at all. It includes the inability to distinguish between light and dark, tell the number of fingers held up, or distinguish between waved and still hands. Low vision. This means that sight is limited but can often be aided by enlarged letter and other low vision aids.
Now, we will talk about the structure of the eye. First, the cornea. The cornea is the clear, dome-shaped part of the front of the eye. It covers the iris, the pupil, and the front chamber. Its main job is to help focus light that enters the eye. Next, the iris. The iris is the colored part of the eye. It looks like a ring. It sits behind the cornea and in front of the lens. The iris controls how much light goes into the eye by changing the size of the pupil. Then, the lens. The lens is a clear, round structure that lies between the aqueous humor and the vitreous humor. It also helps to focus light so that the image falls clearly on the retina. After that, the retina. The retina is a thin layer of light-sensitive cells at the back of the eye. It changes light into signal and sends them to the brain through the optic nerve. Finally, the optic nerve. The optic nerve is like a cable made of millions of tiny nerve fibers. It carries visual message from the retina to the brain so we can see.
The mechanism of visual information processing in normal condition versus when it is disrupted. So the first step is light reception. Normally, light enters through the cornea and lens, then focus on the retina to form a clear image. But when this process is disrupted, for example, when the cornea or lens becomes cloudy, light cannot reach the retina properly and the image appears blurred or dim. The second step is transduction. In normal vision, the retina's rods and cones convert light into electrical signals. When these photoreceptors are damaged or degenerate, the signals become weak or lost. The eye fails to record clear pictures. And the third step is transmission. Normally, signals travel through the optic nerve and visual pathway to the brain. But if the optic nerve or pathway is damaged, the message is broken. The brain receives incomplete or no visual information. And then is processing. The visual cortex in the occipital, the visual cortex in the occipital lobe decodes shapes, colors, and motion. When this area is atrophied or not functioning, as in cortical visual impairment, the brain receives signals but cannot interpret them into meaningful image. And the last step is integration. Finally, the brain connects visual data with memory and language, so a person can recognize and understand what they see. If these connections are weak or damaged, the person might see light or shapes, but cannot identify or make sense of them. From I explained before, the summary is, when every stage of the visual system works together, we see and understand the world clearly. But when any link in the chain is broken, in the eye, the nerve, or the brain, vision becomes incomplete, blurred, or meaningless.
Now we will talk about the causes. First is refractive error. Refraction means the bending of light as it passes through the eye. Common errors are myopia, hyperopia, and astigmatism. Myopia when the eyeball is too long, so light focuses in front of the retina. Distant objects look blurry. Hyperopia is the eyeball is too short, so light focuses behind the retina. Near objects look blurry. And astigmatism, the cornea or lens is uneven, causing blurry vision for both near and far objects. The problems are common and can usually be corrected with glasses or contact lenses. Second is a condition. Glaucoma, a disease that damages the optic nerve, often without early symptoms. Common in older people, regular eye checks after age 35 are recommended. Cataract, clouding of the lens that causes blurry vision. In children, it is called congenital cataract. Surgery is usually needed to restore vision. And diabetes can cause diabetic retinopathy, which damage the retina due to poor blood supply. The last is causes of blindness in children. The most common causes are cortical visual impairment, retinopathy of prematurity, and optic nerve hypoplasia. Cortical visual impairment, damage in the brain visual area from injury or infection. Children may show unusual visual behavior. For example, preferring to look at moving or nearby objects or having trouble recognizing new things. Retinopathy of prematurity, abnormal blood vessel growth in the eyes of premature babies, sometimes caused by too much oxygen. It can lead to retinal detachment and blindness. And optic nerve hypoplasia can make underdevelopment of the optic nerve, often linked with brain abnormalities. It might cause visual, speech, and cognitive problems.
Blindness significantly affects individuals, their families, and society by being frightening and overwhelming. It raises concerns about independence, finances, medical care, employment, and self-sufficiency. The consequences of blindness go beyond the visual system, impacting quality of life, mobility, and independence. It is also linked to a greater risk of falls and injury, and worsened status in mental health, cognition, social function, employment, and education.
Visual impairment is a condition that limits a person's ability to see due to damage to the eyes, optic nerve, or brain. The main structures involved in vision include the cornea, lens, iris, retina, optic nerve, and visual cortex. The visual process occurs through light reception, conversion of light into signals, transmission to the brain, visual processing, and integration with memory. Impairments may be caused by refractive errors, eye diseases such as glaucoma and cataracts, or abnormalities in the retina, optic nerve, or visual cortex. The impact includes reduced quality of life, mobility, independence, and increased risk of injury, as well as social and educational challenges.